Hey, I bet you don't recognize me, do ya? But you probably recognize my voice. I'm Kevin Wolf. That's right, the man of 1,000 voices. Yes, I've done voiceover work for, well, let's just try to remember all of them, huh? Okay, there's Hush Dimbaugh. Yeah, which must be what, 30 different voices at least on just the Hush Dimbaugh and Hush We Trust. I also did the voiceover for Dr. Dang. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, on Dr. Dang. And, of course, the Bill and Bert comedy show. Just to name a few. Okay? That voice that I started out with was, of course, Frank Savatelli with the New York Police Department. Of course, from Hush Dimbaugh. Yeah, folks, I'm here to tell you, you need to stay tuned. And people, I'm not here just blowing smoke. I'm here today because I want to tell you about a special offer. The best comedy CDs ever written and performed, all in one package. You know what that means, folks? You're going to get, Dr. Dang is here. Yeah, laughter. Yeah, laughter is the best medicine. I've got it right here. The doc, he's in. We have, like I said, the Bill and Bert comedy show. Yeah, the coming out. And folks, this is all brought to you by the IIB, Ignorance in Broadcasting. This is what they were thinking. They said, we've got people who ordered one of these fantastic comedy works. And by the way, these are not your one-liner, not your foul mouth. This is all sit-down comedy, okay? This is like really well-constructed comedy. You want to think of this comedy here? You know what you want to do? You want to think of it as like a castle. It is well-constructed, made of stone, and, well, built to stand the test of time. Where most comedy is just, cardboard box. And these comedy works, as you know, most of you listening to this have heard at least one or two or three of these comedy works. As you know, they take you on a journey, a comedic journey. And there's just so many things. I'm so excited about this, and I just don't know what to say. I know, a man of 1,000 voices, and I'm speechless. But IIB, they got to recognize it. They were like, hey, we get people who order like Dr. Dang, and they're like, dang, that is good stuff. So they'll order up another one and another one. You've probably done this yourself. And so they thought, what would really be nice? And we apologize to all. I do on behalf of IIB. All of you have already ordered these separately. We're sorry, because we're now going to really make a nice special package deal with these. But the good news is now you can get these as gifts for your friends who I know you've tried to explain to them. I mean, what happens to you when you listen to these? There's no way. You can't. It's like trying to describe the taste of chocolate to somebody that's never had it. But now you can give these as a gift. Doesn't matter. Birthday, Christmas, you name it. These are the best. And here again, if you've listened to these, you know that, well, first of all, like I've always said, the best seat is in the theater of the mind. No, there is nothing that visually that you can see, TVs, movies, there's nothing that takes the place of what happens up here in your mind when you're being entertained, enlightened, and enthralled by comedy that doesn't just sit there and swear at you. I know it's really popular. You go up on stage, stand up, baby, and it's like one curse word after another. Ooh, I swear I'm funny. I swear I am. I can curse up a storm. Woohoo, look at me. All swear free. You know why? Because good, well-constructed comedy doesn't rely on gimmicks like curse words in order to, well, get the audience to laugh and to really enjoy it. This is comedy, like I said, that's constructed. It is the castle to most comedies' cardboard box because it's comedy that builds on itself. Yeah. And some people in this country, I think, really, I'm sorry to say, but have a really short attention span these days. Hello? Grab. You're going to love these. If you can just let yourself go for just a few minutes, the next thing you know, like I said, you are transported to comedy nirvana. Yes, that's right. Never been there? Not surprised. You're going to love it, and you're going to want to stay there. Whether you're using these as, to take on your commuting back and forth, your commute's all of a sudden just going to be a blast. You will not be able to wait to get in the car. Oh, no, or on the bus, or, any kind of commuting. Planes, trains, and automobiles. You are now entering into a whole nother dimension. It's called comedy, man. I know what you're saying. I've heard so much these days, it just isn't that funny. No, I can't disagree with you. No, so that's why, of course, but you wouldn't be saying that if you'd already had some of these. Now, let's see here. Yes, okay. Now, one thing that I told the people at the IIB, of course, Ignorance in Broadcasting, I said, wait a minute, are you serious? You're going to give them, the Bill and Bert comedy? You're going to give them the Dr. Dang? And you're going to give them, the Hush Dimble, you're going to give them all that? You're going to be, like, we're talking, what, 6, 7 CDs? We got the 2 CD set within Hush We Trust. I said, you're going to give this to them all at once? I mean, seriously, it's going to arrive at their home. They're going to go and open these, and they're just going to want to listen to one after the other. I mean, we're talking loony bin. I mean, we're probably going to end up with 911 emergencies because they're going to be rolling all over the floor, laughing their butts off, and getting rug burns, and you name it. So I said, I'd be happy to go ahead and pitch these, as long as I'm not going to be held responsible for, any serious, like, laugh attacks and, that sort of things. Really, honestly, I don't know how, because what's going to happen? It's just unavoidable. These are so good and so addictive. You're just going to want to hear one and then hear the other one, and it's just going to be like nonstop. Okay? I'm just forewarning you, all right? And, well, another thing, what you'll find is that there's so much comedy here. We're not talking 20-minute little things like you might have found with those people that were pitching people that, truck stop guys. No, we're talking hours. Within all these, we got, the Dr. Dang, Do You Think? Now that's, okay, all right. We'll just assume that, we have the Bill and Bert comedy show, kings of sit-down comedy. This is their coming out CD. And then we have, and again, this is all sit-down comedy, all right? So it's comedy that just is light years beyond stand-up. And of course, if you've heard this, you know what I'm talking about. I mean, light years. Okay. I don't want, for all you stand-up comedians out there, go have a seat. Seriously. All right. Here we have Dr. Dang, Doggone It, which is one of my very favorite comedy tracks of all time. Look, I love the Doggone It. Don't get me wrong. I mean, woohoo, rough. But Sue Bill Cosby, that's one of my favorites. So you have that, and then you've got Hush Dimble, One Nation Under Hush, which for you guys that are sort of quasi-political, or if you were just living anywhere in the world. This came out in 2003. And, dare I say, America certainly was one nation under hush. One of a few. Okay, and then we also have the Hush Dim Bulb in Hush We Trust. Yes, this is the masterpiece. This is the one that will surely be made into a play someday. No? No. Yes, of course it will. It's freaking awesome. It is comedy on steroids. It is brilliant comedy. Yeah, very, very rare. Okay, and then of course, what collection would be complete without Hush Dim Bulb's songs and commercials? Yeah. This alone is worth the price of all of these combined. And this one's kind of just one of those, hey, you can take to a party or on a first date. Yeah, believe me, it works like a charm. So, now, what would you be willing to pay for all this? Huh? Oh my. Before you answer, why don't we, for those of you who maybe need a refresher on how fantastic this is, or for those of you who, which I can't believe, but there may be a few of you who've never heard of any of these CDs, maybe even perhaps have never heard of me, Kevin Wolf. Let's go ahead and well, we'll start out with the sample of, well, how about Please Give Me a Call from the Bill and Bert Comedy Show. And we're just going to do a brief little sample. Let's hear it.
The best seat is in the theater of your mind. Well, good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Bill and Bert Comedy Show. The Bill and Bert Comedy Show is being produced by the IIB. That's Ignorance and Broadcasting for some of those of you that may not know. Okay? Anyway, tonight's show is entitled Kings of Sit-Down Comedy. And now, ladies and gentlemen, will you please make welcome the stars of tonight's show, Bill and Bert. Well, hello, Bert.
Well, hello, Bill.
And welcome, everyone, to the Bill and Bert Comedy Show.
Don't you mean the Bert and Bill Comedy Show?
No, Bert, I mean the Bill and Bert Comedy Show because I comes before you.
All right, well, I see how it is. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and have a seat here.
And now we ask that everyone here in our listening audience just kick back, relax, and enjoy some crisp, clean, swear-free, sit-down comedy.
That's right, just like he said, just sit back and relax. Nobody's going to get hurt.
You know, we get asked quite often, why do we do sit-down comedy instead of stand-up comedy?
Yeah, the truth of the matter is we just can't think on our feet.
Well, okay, Bert, but the reason I invented sit-down comedy was because...
I'm not lazy, I'm just not stupid. Some people think just because you're in comedy you have to be stupid. It helps, but it's not necessary. It's not like a requirement.
Well, no, the real reason why I invented sit-down comedy is a little more complex than that.
Now, wait a minute. You invented sit-down comedy?
Well, yes,
Bert, I invented sit-down comedy. I mean, you should know that by now.
All right, I might have known that. I don't remember.
Yes, and the...
Well, I wish that you would call me.
Just so I can hear your voice.
Yeah, I know I drove you crazy. And I didn't leave you any choice. Well, you're married to a weirdo.
Let's just face it, that's a fact.
But just because I'm a weirdo, did you have to send me back? But you knew I was loony, 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 the first time that we met. Yes, you did, 'cause I just said so sue me when I wrecked your dance Corvette. And you know that I'm wacko, wacko. Yeah, I'm completely off the wall. And now I'm walking around in shackles. Won't you please give me a call?
Please give him a call. Won't you please give me a call? Just so I can hear your voice. I know it was all my fault, and I didn't leave you much choice. But we both know that I'm crazy, crazy. I think it's important to talk about these erection prolonging pills, because I think it's just great that they invented something like that. They have really made my life so much easier. I have always had a propensity to show up kind of late, and now whenever I'm late someplace, I just say 3.5 hours, and I get this really big grin on my face. Now they don't get mad at me for being late anymore. Instead, I get the high fives from all the guys, and all the girls just want my phone number. What I do.
Talk about loony bin. I mean, this kid, it's like, please, Dr. Demento, eat your heart out. This is fantastic. And let's go ahead now and play a little clip off of the Dr. Dang Doggone It, the title track, Doggone It.
All right, thank you. Well, thank you for that very warm welcome. Folks, our next guest